Hey, welcome back to part 2 of Secrets Revealed. This is Resident Evil Village. All crates, all items, and all treasures. Some that you probably don't even know existed. And we are continuing right where we left off. So let's go. We are at the mill now. We just finished Moreau in the Village 3. So once you spawn in the mill, we're going to have our random crate right here. It can be anything. Once you come into this gate here, we will have this pig here. Will drop 2 pieces of meat, crystal fragment on this generator or whatever it is, random box right here, and 2 landmines. Once we come inside the building, on the back of this machine here, you're going to find 7 shotgun ammo. Mark it on the map for you there. Over here on the barrel in front of the machine, we're going to have 20 handgun ammo. I'm not going to pick it up because, as you see, my inventory is a little full. On the back of this machine here, we're going to have 6 sniper rounds. Then we're going to head upstairs where we're going to have 2 random boxes, but for the most part they are always ammo. I very rarely get money out of these, but I have before. Heading back downstairs, we're going to have another random box on this workbench. Then we're going to head through the double doors where we're going to get a green herb on this cabinet, 2 pieces of meat, and 1 piece of poultry on this shelf. And on this bench we're going to get 1 piece of fish and 1 piece of meat. Directly behind it in the corner is a metal scrap. Coming around the corner to the adjacent room, we're going to have a treasure chest here that's going to have Father Nicola's angel. And we're going to have 2 random boxes here, along with a gunpowder. That is going to do it for the mill. So coming into the entrance of the stronghold, we're going to have a green herb over here on this tree. Then we're going to have this rusted scrap here in this knocked down cart. In the middle of this rock, this is a fixed box. This will always be 3 sniper rounds. Then we're going to have a random box that spawns right over here in the corner. And then up here towards this explosive barrel, we will have 2 random boxes and 1 landmine. Then we just need to head up. Heading all the way up here. Okay, as you arrive at the top, in between the 2 explosive barrels, there's going to be a random spawn there and 25 handgun ammo there. Once you get up this ladder here, there will be a random box directly to the right on the opposite side of the lever here. Going back down to push the other side before going up the stairs. Immediately behind the settlers on this sill, we're going to have some shotgun ammo. All the way upstairs by the next lever, we're going to have 7 sniper rounds. And after we drop down, we can come underneath that lever, and there will be a box here that I must have accidentally exploded, and it is a random box. Actually inside the stronghold now. This is the main entrance of the stronghold. If we turn right through the main door, we're going to have a Vivianite jewel there and a random box there. Rusted scrap inside this barrel, another random drop box here, and a pipe bomb on this. Proceeding through the main hall towards the helm of the stronghold, we are going to drop down immediately. That's just some money from an enemy I killed. There's 3 shotgun ammo here. If we rotate over here to the backside, we're going to find 1 pipe bomb and a first aid med. Now to head back up to this floor. Right by this explosive barrel over here, we're going to find some handgun ammo chilling on a pillar right there. And all the way at the top of the stairs, right before the zip line back here on a barrel, we're going to find 1 explosive round. Alright, on the uppermost floor, we're going to find some sniper rounds right here after that giant wheel. Marked right there. Now we're inside the main stronghold room just before Urias. We're going to have some gunpowder and 2 magnum ammos. Coming down the spiral staircase, we're going to run into a metal scrap on top of this wooden container. And just below that is going to be a random drop box. Okay, after crawling through the little hole in the wall, we're going to land right here, just before Urias, and get a first aid right there on the counter, along with some sniper rounds and explosive rounds on this barrel. Now in the actual arena, where you defeat Urias, you can get his crystal hammer. Over here you're going to have 2 pipe bombs and some handgun ammo. And all the way in the back you will find some sniper rounds and shotgun shells. Making our way back towards the center of the room. Just off to the right from where we dropped down, we're going to find a first aid med. And then we're going to have a fixed box here that is always handgun ammo. This is not a random box. Going in through the red door, we're going to enter the crystal room. There are going to be 7 jewels in here. We just got to shoot 6 of them down. 1 of them is already down. We are going to have 4 crystal fragments, 1 large crystal, 1 Vivianite, and 1 yellow quartz. Alright, after exiting the room, we're going to come down here to these 2 random barrels just before picking up the flask. These are totally random. Alright, after picking up the flask and going down the stairs, we're going to find this plate on the left wall. After boating to the other side, before going up the ladder to the surface, we can find a staircase that leads into a dungeon-like area underneath the stronghold. Coming in here, we'll find a random spawn box here. Right there. There's where it is on the map. Right across the way, we're going to find a chem fluid on this stretcher. The photo of a phantom fish. Coming straight right over here, we will find some shotgun ammo and a pipe bomb. That'll be it for down here. After climbing up the ladder to the surface, we will emerge here at the cemetery behind the church, where we will have 2 chickens. If I can manage to shoot them. Hey. Stop running around. I was going to wait for them to calm down and stop running, but that's okay. So we're going to have our 2 chickens here. And a random drop box over here. And something I see a lot of people missing is the large crystal on top of the entrance here. I guess you'd call it an exit, really. Alright, moving on forward towards the factory using the giant chalice. We're going to come and interact with this treasure at the Lone Road with Louisa's key to recover the goblet. Making our way just down the docks of the Lone Road. We're going to insert our crank over here to lower the draw suspension bridge. And we're going to find a random drop box here. After getting into the boat and heading north towards the castle, we're going to find this house here that we ignored earlier. Inside this sink cabinet we will find some rusted scrap. And if we hop out the window and look in this porta potty, we will find a thing of gunpowder. After climbing down the ladder of the well, we will arrive right here. There is a lockpick at the base of the ladder in the water, kind of easy to miss. A landmine here in the corner. Once we climb all the way up, we will find a pipe bomb up here in the corner, right behind the switches. We can interact with these switches really quickly. On the other side, in front of this card in the corner, we will find some shotgun shells. After pushing the carts out of the way and moving up to the next layer, we're going to find a box here that is fixed. This is always an explosive round. It is never anything else. Underneath this table here, when we drop down, we're going to find 2 flashbang grenades and 1 magnum bullet, along with the treasure chest containing the large pigeon blood ruby. Once we exit here, we're just going to go right back through the main house. We're not going to get on the boat yet. We're going to go into the double doors that you just saw me enter there. All you have to do here is light all these pylons on fire to open each respectful door. We'll find a bunch of money in one room on the left. If we cross the hall to the other room, we will have 2 fixed boxes laying on the ground. One will always be shotgun ammo, the other is always handgun ammo, and right behind us there is going to be another room that we had to get with the help of a zombie guy, where we're going to get the golden statue and 1 magnum round here. And on our way out, there will be a box here that always has sniper rounds in it. Okay, getting back in the boat, and now we're going to head the opposite direction into this cave right here, where we'll find some handgun ammo, the antique coin, and we will find a foregrip for our 870 tac shotgun. Right behind that, we will have 2 mines, 1 flashbang round, and 1 explosive round. Then we'll just go ahead and leave the cave. Before getting onto the boat, we are going to make a slight right over here back into this little cave. This little pond over here, where we will find 2 fish and a unique fish that will give us the finest fish, which we need to make our speed upgrade. Alright, we're going to head right back up the river, right up the stairs, and take the giant chalice downstairs to the factory. We're going to find a rusted scrap in the trunk of this car in front of the factory, and some metal scrap in the trunk of this car. Once we enter the factory, we'll find some gunpowder on our shelf directly to the left. Then we will head downstairs through 2 sets of doors. That's door number 1. This is door number 2. There will be a chem fluid on this bench directly in front of us before interacting with the cutscene. After doing the cutscene and being chased by Sturm, our character is going to land down here in this junkyard pit. We're going to find 1 rusted scrap here, 1 gunpowder on this barrel. After climbing up, we will find a metal scrap in the hood of this car. If we turn slightly to the right and follow the path, we'll find another rusted scrap here. And if we drop down and come all the way to the back here, we will find yet another rusted scrap. Now we can continue forth. We're going to climb up this mini broken ladder. Climb, Ethan, climb! Once we get up here, we can dispatch or ignore these guys right here. There will be a random drop box right before the grate to continue. Here we are now in the little trap room. As soon as you drop down, you will have a random box directly behind you. If you advance forward quite a bit, we are going to have another random drop box over here. And on the other side of this random drop box, we can find an explosive round tucked away in the wall. After climbing the ladder leaving that room, we will find a rusted scrap before entering the grate to the next area. Coming into the cog room, we're going to have this explosive ball you can take out with anything that explodes. We're going to find some shotgun shells and the mechanical cylinder part in here. And a random spawn box here. Okay, in the room where we obtained the cogwheel, we are going to find a lower level factory map here, and some gunpowder. I suppose you find the cog mold too, but we're not going over key items right now. After turning on the power with the cogwheel here, we're going to come right back in this room where we were earlier. However, this time we're going to come around this direction and open this cabinet where we will find a mine. And on the adjacent workbench, we will find a thing of gunpowder. Right in front of that, this random item box. And behind here, yet another random item box. Continuing on the correct path, we're going to come into this room here and open this cabinet where we will find yet another gunpowder, if it'll let me pick it up, and another random item box. Before continuing upstairs, there is a little room down here that we're going to loot. A cabinet down here that has some sniper rounds always, a random drop box, and a large crystal on this little vent that will land on this pallet every time you shoot it, by the way. Alright, once we head upstairs, before we enter that room over there to my right, we're going to pick up these 2 explosive rounds that are tucked in this corner here. Entering the next room, we will have a landmine right over here in the corner. Cycling kind of leftish around the room, we'll find a random item box here, and another cabinet with a landmine in it right next to it. Heading towards the base of the stairs, we are not going upstairs yet, but just behind the stairs we are going to find a shiny little yellow quartz on the wall just at the base of those stairs. After dealing with this guy to open up this room, we can find 2 magnum bullets and a few bags of money. There's a guy just laying on this gurney here. Just shoot him and get his attention and he'll break down the wall for you. That's how you gain access. We're going to move clockwise around this catwalk, and we're going to find another cabinet with some shotgun ammo in it here. Once we enter the next room and activate the drawbridge, we will find another yellow quartz on this pipe right before the green lighted door when you drop the elevator. Moving on to the next room. This is the very next room. After you go in that door with the green light, we're going to find some gunpowder on this cardboard box, and inside this drawer we will have some shotgun shells. Then we're going to work our way upstairs where we will have a random drop box here. After dealing with Sturm for the second time, we're going to enter this blue room where we're going to get some metal scrap and a gunpowder with a rusted scrap on the other side of the room. Now coming into the mine area, we're going to have a random drop box here. After leaving this concrete tunnel, we will follow the mine path down where it splits into 2 directions. Forward is the correct direction, but we will detour and go to the right really quickly. And over here we are going to find 2 pipe bombs in this crate, a green herb on the back wall, and a random supply crate. As we come over here to the right, we are going to have a random bird cage drop here. And as we enter this room, we are going to find a crystal fragment on this side of the drill, and a large crystal on this side of the drill. And inside this metal cabinet, we will find a lockpick. After making our way through the crawl space into the next area, we will drop down a big ladder and find another breakable wall at the base of this drop. And inside here we will get 1 of every type of gem, a yellow quartz, large crystal, Vivianite, and another large crystal. 2 large crystals there, I'm sorry. There was no crystal fragments. Now here we are in the grinder shaft. As soon as we walk in, we will find gunpowder on these wooden boxes directly to our right. Continuing on, we're going to go out of our way to make a little right here where we will find some metal scrap tucked away in the corner, along with a random drop box right here. We will continue to head upstairs. This is where we would have had 2 enemies that spawned, but I've already taken care of them. We will have some rusted scrap on this blocked staircase here. Random drop box over here. Just continue upstairs. Once we surface all the way to the top stairs, we will find our final random drop box over here in this back corner. Alright, climbing up the ladder of the grinder shaft, we will land on this little platform here, where there is another random drop box right here. Okay, after entering the doors and proceeding down the hall, we were going to find a little bench with the required readable file here and a chem fluid inside that bench, along with the upper level map of the factories. After we push this rail cart away, which you can see I've already done, we can crawl through this crawl space here, and inside we will find ourselves some handgun ammo in this drawer, our ball mold for the labyrinth for the factory. Then we have a gunpowder, and that is it in this room. Moving on to the ventilation duct. After destroying the fan, if you make a complete U-turn, you will find this yellow quartz hanging on this broken bridge there. And running all the way back by where the go-to boarding spawns, you will see a rusted scrap and a metal scrap in the back corner here. Just before getting on the elevator after the ventilation duct, you can find some chem fluid in a yellow crate here. After riding the elevator up towards the key mold room, we're going to find a random bird cage drop there. And inside this yellow cabinet, we will have some shotgun shells. Over here in the corner, on top of these crates, we will find explosive rounds and, of course, the key mold that we are required to get, so I'm sure you all knew where that was. Okay, on floor B1, before we make our way downstairs to craft our key with the key mold, we will find a random drop box here. And if we make our way in front of Heisenberg's ladder, there is actually a drop right here on this pipe. Just drop down here and then start heading this direction. Once you get up here, you're going to find a landmine right here on this wooden box, some shotgun shells on this one, and another landmine behind everything back here. After which we can use this zip line to zip to the other side, where we can find a yellow quartz embedded in the wall here. After we drop down and climb back up the ladder to the elevator, we're going to take it all the way back down to basement 4, and we're going to grab everything we skipped earlier, starting with this gunpowder on that workbench. We're going to work our way downstairs towards the foundry room. And just outside the foundry room, we're going to find 2 random breakable boxes. One on either side of the entrance. Here it is on your map. And the other one just across the way here. Actually entering the foundry, if we make a quick right on this workbench, will be some rusted scrap. Near these x-ray machines here will be a chem fluid. If we head this way up the stairs towards this room we have to open with Heisenberg's key, we can use a lockpick on this drawer to obtain some magnum ammo. Coming into this room that we unlocked, we were going to find some rusted scrap on this workbench here, and of course the mechanical shaft part inside this item chest. We are going to combine that with, well, let's go ahead and make Lady Dimitrescu's necklace first, since I forgot to combine that. There we go. Over here on this gurney, we're going to have 2 sets of rusted scrap and 1 gunpowder. That will do it for this room. Now we're going to backtrack to the other side of the foundry, up the other set of stairs, just past the mold. We will find this little locker here that requires a lockpick. If you pick this here lock, you will find inside a yellow quartz. Coming into this room to the right that we did not loot earlier, although we have been here, we will find a rusted scrap on this workbench here. We'll go ahead and leave the room and come through this door that we can enter now that we've created the cog and reignited the power. Find some sniper rounds in there. A lockpick on this table here. Just past it, you'll find 2 flashbang grenades here. An enemy breaks down this wall to our left here, where that you can find this handgun ammo. And if you go inside that little room and open this up, you will find the long barrel for your Wolfbane's Magnum. Heading back around here, we're going to make a slight right coming out of this power gate and find a gunpowder on this barrel. Okay, now we are continuing. We are exiting floor B4 to the elevator where the merchant is. We're going to have some rusted scrap in this room here with the labyrinth, and of course the treasure from the labyrinth. In the adjacent room we can find a chem fluid on this shelf here. And if we come through this door here and make a left, we can get this random drop box that I skipped earlier, intentionally of course. And that will be it for floor B4. Now we're going to take our ladder up to B1 and utilize the Heisenberg key so we can go fight Sturm. However, before getting to him, we're going to run into this little room where we're going to get a mine out of this cabinet. Our random drop box here. A first aid med right on top of the shelf, handgun ammo there, and another random drop box here. Now in the arena where we actually fight Sturm, if we make our way over here, we will find a landmine on these pipes. We're going to find some sniper rounds over here on this set of pipes, and right at the gate that we need to go through to go grab his complex mechanical heart for defeating him. But through the door you need to enter, you will find some handgun ammo on the pipes there. In the adjacent room, if you make a quick right, you will find some chem fluid in this metal cabinet. And over here by this required readable file, you will find a cigar in the ashtray. Crouching down and going into the next room, we are going to find a green herb in here, along with a chem fluid on the barrel, a metal scrap on the desk, and some shotgun shells inside the desk. After hitting the switch in the cargo bay, or before hitting the switch I should say, we're going to find one box that has rusted scrap here. Just before the ladder we'll have another box with some metal scrap in it here. After hitting the switch and getting sent down to square one, we will have a cutscene with Chris. Before entering the tank and fighting Heisenberg, we can come around and pick up this first aid med here, along with a random drop box here. During the fight with Heisenberg, once you are out of the tank and you have to fight Heisenberg by hand, there is ammo that you can only get here during this fight. You're going to have some sniper rounds there, some shotgun ammo and handgun ammo here. You're going to have some more sniper rounds up here. And if you come all the way around here, you will find some explosive rounds. That will do it for this area. Once you kill him, you cannot retrieve those items. Now playing Chris's story.
Don't get cocky.
After your first checkpoint here, you're going to come into this little room where you're going to find 2 flashbang grenades, some handgun ammo, and some rifle ammo. This is just before the metamycete thing. After running from the wolves or just choosing to dispatch of them, if you make a left over here, you're going to find some more rifle ammo, some more handgun ammo, a med injector, and a hand grenade. Proceeding to the next area, we're going to make a quick right over here, and I see a lot of people miss this supply crate right here. We're just going to have 2 flashbang grenades, some handgun ammo, and some rifle ammo on that. After using your targeting system for the first time, if you make your way to the back of this house, you'll find a flashbang grenade, some rifle grenade, or handgun and rifle ammo, a hand grenade, and a med injector. Over here, by this explosive barrel, you're going to find a hand grenade, handgun ammo, rifle ammo, and yet another med injector. After destroying the metamycete building, you will find some more ammo down here of both types. You will find 3 hand grenades and 2 med injectors. After dispatching of your mutated Urias, he will drop a giant crystal mace here. Once we swap back to Ethan, we're going to spawn with the merchant here. Just behind the merchant here, we're going to find some explosive rounds, some sniper rounds, shotgun shells, a heal, and some handgun ammo. And that is everything. This is everything that we have acquired during the game. Remember that our total amount of lay from selling our treasures is 1.4 million, and that does not include the 113 random crates that you can open. That can change the amount of ammo you get. That can change the amount of lay that you get. It just depends on RNG what you happen to get out of those boxes. There you guys go. I hope the video helped. See you next time.